Warning, explicit content. Blood, guts, swearing, lots of bad words, adult themes. No nudity, though. Lots of violence. Did I say violence? Viewers' discretion is advised. Welcome back, and I hope you guys are ready for another exciting episode of Pathfinders Wrath of the Righteous. Of course, we're going to be screaming, yelling at the dice roller, and just generally being like, "Ah!" But, you know, it's all in good fun. So let's enjoy the story. Let's kill some monsters, do some dungeons, and see what comes next. So let's go and hop into it. Well, we got to the end. We need to finish exploring this place. Welcome back. Hopefully, your bathroom break was good. And I can't open that. Get everyone to get caught up.
So exciting.
It is exciting. Oh, there's bad guys. Ooh. We just failed the Archon's aura.
Away, you rascal.
Oof. Oh, God. Sacred base value, sacred weapon 1d6, critical hit 3d6. Base plus 34. Incredible might, weapon specialization, power attack, chainmail of camaraderie, weapon training, heavy blades, base value. Yes, go invisible. God, that little dragon is so good.
You rascal.
Oh God, he got super big. It's not exactly what I wanted to hit, but we'll go with it. Oh,
Your time is over.
another critical hit. Get him, Mavu. Oh, another
Your
one.
time is over.
That is a huge horse. Literally, it's a huge horse. Alright, get in there. Ooh, nice.
You offend me.
Ew.
You offend me.
Yeah, you do. You're offensive.
Away, you rascal.
Ah, you went to sleep. And you teleported away. I hate that. Elven notes. You're gonna save.
No challenge at all.
Nice. No challenge at all.
With grace.
More Omox. Gross. Oh no. Oh, I forgot to heal him. Another one? Jesus. Why is it? Every time I come in and out of the game, it quote-unquote unmemorizes these. Really, really starting to grate on my nerves.
Your time is over.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember them being immune to slumber.
Stand down. Stand down.
I have a really long journey back to my castle because I got teleported out here. Okay. Bismuth, you are heavily wounded.
No time for idling. Adventures are exciting.
Oh, cleric is this one. Ooh. Crossbow. Heavy crossbow of degeneration. What does that do? Thundering burst enhancement +2. Whenever this +2 thundering burst heavy crossbow confirms a critical hit, all enemies in a 15-foot area must pass a reflex saving throw DC 20 or suffer 1 damage to intelligence score per round for 1d6 rounds. It makes them dumber. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of materials here.
There's something over there.
Okay. You. Halt. Just stop.
The world is full of wonder. Easy.
Oof. That's an open door. And another trap that goes into that room.
Adventures are exciting.
Oop. We got an O-box. Trap right there. Ooh, and an incubus. 2 incubuses. That little dragon's so good.
Away, you rat.
I'm sure he's not quite as good on unfair, but still. Oh shit, that's a Manotaur. Gonna have to delay, let him come to us.
You offend me.
Lay on your back. That's what you get for charging. You get murdered by a fairy dragon. An epic fairy dragon.
Easy.
Good lord.
Easy.
The bodies in the murky liquid are likely remnants of unsuccessful experiments or failed attempts to save them. I don't think there was much attempts to save them. Let's be honest. Ooh. Helmet of camaraderie. Is that the AC one? I believe it is. Where this helmet gets +1 morale bonus to AC, no more than +3 for each ally in a 10-foot radius. Okay. Oh yeah, I did get Melander's insult. That is a dead thing. Some dividends. Ah, the things in here. How dare you hit my horse? It's just attacks. No, my God, they crit Mr. Ed. He's dead. He's fucking dead. Oh, I know why. It's dumb. Very nice.
Stand down. Away, you rascal.
Can you stop missing? Come on now. Oh, nice. Got him. Fucking got him.
Your time is over. Away, you rascal.
I put him to sleep
Your time
again.
is over.
Oh, that's great. Oh my God. -1. Wow, he's got 158 hit points.
You offend me. Your time is over. You offend me.
All my mounts got jacked. Except for my horse. Or my dog. Get up, little buddy. You'll be fine.
Stand down.
Oh, he's gonna get back up. One last channel. Boom. Very nice. There he is.
Stand down.
Get him, little dragon. Aww.
You offend me.
Shit. Hit him for 20 though.
Away, you rascal.
Oh, I forgot to do my song. Nice. Gotta love those extra attacks from crits. drank all those potions. Identify speed composite longbow +3. She's using eye for an eye. Gotta find a way to get that extra damage to land more consistently. That extra D12. You look at the figure dressed in rags. After some difficulty, you recognize that it's an old mongrel. The few exposed areas of skin are covered in horrific burns, grotesque twitching appendages that look like a cross between tentacles and umbilical cords are latched onto him. The mongrel gives a quiet groan. Who's there? It's been so long since I've heard another living voice. Good. Free the mongrel from the appendages. Let me help you. Freed from the appendages, the mongrel slowly, very slowly rubs his hands, then raises his eyes to you. You, Crusader, did you never consider that some of those witches burned on the pyre were a real thing? Lord Baphomet, I offer up this worthy sacrifice to you.
Stand down.
You don't offer shit. You're dead. You had a little nap before you died. It was great.
How cute!
To the main part of the laboratory.
So exciting!
I wonder if I can free this angel. Knowledge Arcana. Examine the barrier. The barrier appears to have been created from the essence of the abyss and reinforced with spells repelling any living creature not of the dark plane. Destroy the barrier. You see a beautiful silver-haired woman whose face displays unusual, heavenly tranquil. Now you can get a good look at her wings. One looks strong and covered in white feathers, just as you would expect of an angel, but the other wing looks like a framework of mismatched bones with grimy purple substance stretched across it instead of webbing, and is covered in something akin to scabs or strange scales. The angel awakens and unexpectedly inclines her head in greeting. I do not know who you are, stranger, but thank you for freeing me. I am Toranga, blade of Iomede's heavenly host. My captivity, though I was ignorant of it, lasted so long. How did you end up here? I was brought here from the brink of death. I had been fighting the Baelor Durazarand alongside a troop of crusaders when we were struck by the Echo of Discari, a demon of terrifying power and cunning, and an old enemy of mine. All my comrades perished, and the two demons set upon me, like predators savaging a bird. The Echo ripped off my wing and left me to die among the bodies of those I failed to protect. And then she appeared, the architect of the world wound. The angel's gaze darkens. Sometimes I am amazed at the vast power, terrifying or benevolent, that can reside in a mortal. However, Aurilu is no longer mortal. She brought me here. She treated me as much as she could, or as much as she deemed necessary. I can hardly remember those first days in the laboratory. Pain, strange magic, purple flames flickering around me. Aurilu spent hours casting spells over me. I was chained the whole time, though I was too weak to fight or flee. There was nothing else for me to do but talk to her, and try and glimpse inside that black soul. I don't know what I hope to find in there, perhaps the smallest glimmer of light. hoping that all this could be remedied. All I saw was twilight, a veil of arrogance and secrets that Arilu used to keep herself separate from the world. Her thoughts were occupied by some grand experiment. I was of little interest by comparison. When she had finished her work, she put me in a deep sleep. A healing sleep, she said. It was necessary to allow my new abominable wing to settle in. I have been in that sleep until now. What grand experiment was Arilu planning when she captured you? She wanted to perfect her accursed wound. The second opening, as she called it. The rift was to be larger and more stable, opening a road to Galarian from new abyssal realms. What shocked me was that she talked about the disastrous consequences of her plan with total equanimity, as though they were minor details that were but a distraction from the experiment itself. I also know that her experiment required a mortal soul, perhaps a sacrifice in some dark rite that would siphon the mortal's life force and use it for perverse ends. I heard, or rather pieced together from what I overheard, that the soul belonged to a child. Arilu, like many demons and demonic spellcasters, has the ability to wrest souls from their bodies and contain them in special vessels. The vessel containing that soul was delivered to the laboratory soon after I was brought here. Arilu was unusually distressed that day. She talked to me more than usual. That's when I learned the details of her plan. I was aghast when I realized that she was discussing the soul of a child, a soul which she likely wished to sacrifice. I cannot describe the horror I felt. What's wrong with your wing? It is the work of Arilu. The wing is fully functional. Its creator isn't known as the architect for nothing, but it frightens me. There is more of the abyss in this wing than in the eyes of an enraged Baelor. Finian's voice trembles. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry this happened to her. It's terrible. She should never have been. No living creature should ever be treated like that. Why didn't you get out of here or summon the warriors of heaven to help you? Even the goddess cannot hear me within these walls. This place, it belongs to the abyss, not the material plane. I could not call for help or pray for a miracle. Perhaps your arrival is the answer to that prayer. Can you tell me anything about this place? I only know a little. Arilu once let it slip that this refuge is where she wrote the Lexicon of Paradox, the book of dark magic containing the secret of the world wound's creation. That means this place is older than the wound itself. Arilu must have created it as part of it, before her great atrocity. I was astonished at the strange way she seemed to speak of this laboratory. It was as if she despised this place, yet she tried not to show it. There was a moment when I wondered if this hatred was a sign of her contrition, but I was mistaken. Arilu Vorlesh is incapable of feeling contrite, even for a heartbeat. She is like a tempest, hurtling forward and sweeping aside everything in its path. I have to go. I need to find a way to get out of here. May power of heaven go with you. If only I could help, but my strength has been drained.
With grace.
I mean, I can get out of here. To the heart of the laboratory. So I believe that is everything. Yep, that is all of it. We are done here. We did get another crystal. Place the experiment transformation crystal in the socket.
Day 28. Cullis drill. 4606. Experiment. Transformation. Subject. Arilu Vorlesh. Human female with a clear affinity for arcane magic. Objective. To fuse a mortal soul with the essence of the abyss. Predicted result. The formation of a full-fledged half-demon on the basis of a mortal being. Potential risks unknown. The death of the subject is extremely likely. I will continue to monitor the experiment for as long as I can.
When watching her transformation. Place the experiment suture crystal in the socket.
Day 20. Farast 4606. Experiment, the suture. Subject, former Arachne subjected to extreme exposure when passing through the world wound. As a result of this exposure, the demon was reborn as a dretch, a unique event in demonology. The reborn demon also acquired serious malformations, which did not respond to standard treatment methods. Objective: to assess the threat to other demons to stabilize passage through the world wound. The survival of the subject is also desirable for the purposes of further observation.
And place the secret of great sorcery crystal in the socket.
Well, well, it seems that someone has been meddling with my projector without permission. Again. How many times have I told you not to do that, I made this recording for the sole purpose of telling you that when I return, I shall be very, very angry.
Well, to the hut.
This is my time to shine.
Now I gotta find out how to get back. Okay, let's see if we can make it back. I'm hoping. Let's see what kind of crazy ass. That's a lot of ash giants.
Away, you rascal!
Very nice. Stay down.
This hurts so much.
Could they roll average, please? That'd be sweet.
Your time is over. Away, you rascal!
Nope, they are just rolling post 15s.
Your time is over.
And I can barely roll average. Glad my little Drake only needs to roll 2s.
The world is full of wonder. A simple smile goes a long way. A simple smile goes a long way. The world is full of wonder. Adventures are exciting.
Yes.
They're even rolling shit on their heels.
With grace.
Oh, I got a bunch of masterwork great clubs. Yes, I'm gonna make it. Gonna go all the way to Dresden to rest. That's right, you gotta go back the other way to get to the fort that is under siege. The Bell of Mercy has been transported to Dresden. All units gain the Bell of Mercy feat. Cursed children. Demons have been stealing children in Canabras and possessing their bodies so they can get close enough to Crusaders to deliver a dagger strike. The officers are asking how they should proceed when encountering the possessed. Units might know. We're not gonna. Soldiers must come first. 550 military experience. Dangerous crit. Kids. We're gonna hunt for kidnappers. I have some Hell Knights waiting for me. Scouts did not return from their mission, explore the territory south of Dresden. More thorough reconnaissance of the region is needed. Probably the source of the demon apparition is somewhere. Okay. Back to Dresden. There's someone on the road. Get ready.
No challenge at all. There's something over there.
It's a lot of traps.
Easy. Hey, have a look. Easy. No challenge at all.
Almost level 11. Huh. Hail Baphomet. Hear our prayers, Woljif. Accept this sacrifice, Baphomet. Curse you all. Praise to be Iomade. It's her. The one who killed our brothers and sisters. Death to the killer. Die. Woljif rises from the stone throne and halts the sacrifice with a raised hand. The cultist holding the knife over the victim on the altar stops. Woljif is wreathed in blue flame, and the demonic shadow rises up behind him. Easy now. We're all friends here. This was just a little misunderstanding. You thought you'd come across Crusaders, but they're big fans of our Lord Baphomet, too. Woljif half turns to you, his right eye twitching, which you interpret as an attempt to wink discreetly. Ain't that right? Nod wordlessly. Woljif's face lights up. Right. Exactly. Pilgrims of the World Wound. Meet the finest member of our big family. Hey there, Chief. Long time no see. Why don't we hold off on the sacrifice for now? We need a drink to this happy meeting. Am I right? Yeah, let's do that. Tie the one to the altar up again. We'll get around to slaughtering it later. Avu looks between you and Woljif in puzzlement. We're playing some kind of game, yes? How come nobody told me the rules? Yes, it's a game. A game of the greatest forces led by our Lord Baphomet. And you are a worthy player in that game, you evil spawn of the abyss. Avu. I get it. Wait, let me think of what to say. You're right, my evil comrade. I will help you sow horrific horrors and strike fearsome fear into the hearts of mortals. The world has never seen a creature like me before, and knows not what I am capable of. The little dragon is practically bouncing with enthusiasm. I gotta say, so far, Azada is awesome. The little fairy dragon's awesome. Not only is he pretty beastly, but he's funny too. Or she's funny, actually. The cultists exchange looks and whispers. The chief cultist lowers his knife. If the Crescent of the Abyss says so, then welcome. Make yourselves at home in the temporary camp of the Pilgrims of the World Wound. But why did you attack our brothers? Avu will tell you why we attacked our brothers. They stole our sweeties. The cultist looks unconvinced, to put it mildly. Woljif rolls his eyes and interjects. The real reason why they attacked our fellow cultists was because the chief sometimes has these fits of insanity and battle rage. It's a blessing from Lord Baphomet. The chief goes crazy, she goes crazy, and gets twice as strong as normal. But if the blessing kicks in at the wrong moment, well, that's just bad luck for you. I had to get away from the crazed chief a few times, so I know what I'm talking about. The cultist casts a wary glance at your weapon, but passes no remarks. It's good that the Crescent of the Abyss, our beacon in the darkness and oracle, has resolved this misunderstanding. Relax, friends, and after, if you wish, you may join our pilgrimage. Woljif is waiting for you next to the altar, warily wiping the sweat from his brow. Whew. I thought I was done for. Could feel it in my tail that they were gonna kill me. If you ain't a sight for sore eyes, Chief. When I heard that the gargoyles hadn't got you, and that you were running the show up at Dresden now, I can't tell you how happy that made me. But that night it all happened, I tell you, I was so scared I couldn't see straight. I wandered around, wondering if my chief and the rest of the gang were lying in an open field with their eyes pecked out. Woljif sighs. Even my conscience pricked a little, thinking about how I ran, but when you look at it from my side, what else I supposed to do? The actual paladins were getting cut down left and right and center. And then these pilgrims of the world wound tell me that Dresden's been reclaimed, that there's a new commander called Garou. Well, I said to myself, there can't be two demon-slaying dynamos with that name. It must have been you. So I cut my way through the circles around Dresden, and I waited for you to come out. At one point, I got so desperate I almost went right up to the city walls, but I thought better of it. Although, an arrow in the skull would be slightly better than running in fear of WotR. Woljif sucks in a breath and keeps talking in a rush, like he's afraid you'll turn around and walk out. Do you know WotR? I don't either, but remember the name? Because of what Brother Melrune yelled in the basement that time. I'm gonna tell Hapsamira and WotR, or something like that. Anyway, my shadow told me that WotR is a demon, and I should be scared of him because he's after the moon of the abyss. But the shadow's a whole other story. But if you want to know why I haven't come to Dresden, I need your help. It's a matter of life and death, Chief. Slow down. You're not making any sense. What's going on here? Woljif lets out a breath. Okay, I'll shut up. I mean, I won't shut up, but ask me what you want to know, and I'll tell you. What was that? That was my that was my cunning plan, Chief. Woljif's tail is whipping back and forth so fast it's a blur. Pretending to be a cultist of Baphomet? Good thinking, but why did you ask me to do it? You've got the crux of it, Chief. We have a secret mission here. See? To save the life of a good man. In other words, me. Well, not just me, but I'll definitely die too if these guys see something they don't like. I'll be on the altar next to that poor sap before you can say Hail Baphomet. Why did you run the night we fought the gargoyles? Run? Me? I fought them. I did. You should have seen me. I got one right in the nose, sending it arse over tea kettle, and it flew off. I've gotten into scraps a fair few times before, been caught by surprise in the dead of night, more times than I can count. So that's why I leapt up as quick as anything, grabbed my knives, and, well, of course I made a run for it. What else was I going to do? I'm just a thief, a city boy. I don't go toe-to-toe with demons. Sure, I said I'd help you and all, but that was before. I didn't sign up for nighttime gargoyle attacks. What kind of idiot attacks in the middle of the night? I thought war would keep more civilized hours, to be honest. Wrong again. So, apologies, Chief. But I always end up on the winning side, so it's my nature. You and your lot and the camp that night did not have the look of victory about you. And it's not that I'd have been much help. If a gargoyle snatched me in its claws, of course I'd decide to run. And run I did. Since your shadow's been talking to you, is that right? Not just any shadow. My shadow. My special shadow. After I spent a while running around the world wound, scared out of my wits, it suddenly crept out and whispered in this distant-sounding voice. WotR, North. Fear WotR. And the name was familiar because that's what Brother Melrune yelled out, and I put two and two together. This WotR was in the north, and I needed to make sure he didn't find me. Bit by bit, I got the shadow to tell me that WotR was a demon, and that he was looking for the moon of the abyss. Who knows why? By the way, I have a couple thoughts of my own on the moon. I'll tell you about them once we're out of this mess. Remind me why I shouldn't kill all these cultists here and now? Because Woljif looks around and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. They will still be useful to us if you decide to help me. And thanks for not trying to kill him as soon as you got here. By the way, their leader is a nervous sort. He would have definitely stabbed the lad on the altar if he'd caused a fuss. They think if they perform all these sacrifices, Baphomet's going to appear and hound out powerful spells like candy. What do you want from me? In a nutshell, Chief, I got a bit of a situation here. One wrong move and I'm a goner. The demon WotR is in the vicinity somewhere. A good man has suffered, and the cultists are animals. I just want to get out of this and make WotR back off, but without you, I've no chance. Help me. I won't forget it as long as I live. Alright, I'll help you deal with WotR. Woljif's face lights up, and the tip of his tail dances through the air. I always knew you were a special sort, Chief. Let's go break his horns off. We need to go to a patch of scrubland by the bend in the river. It's not far. I'll show you. Nothing interesting about the place at all, but that's where I was when my shadow came out and started pushing me back the other way. It said that WotR would find me easily there, and he'd swoop in and tear me limb from limb as soon as I popped up, and I wasn't long turning away from that place, I'll tell you. There's just one other thing. We need to round up my lackeys and send them off on an errand. While they're gone, we can free the prisoner. No point leaving him here to be bored stiff, right? Listen up, brothers and sisters. The Shadow has spoken. It says that the demon will come to a secret place, a wasteland where there are almost no trees left, next to a bend in the river. We once passed by there, but we took a wrong turn and didn't find it. Glorious day before we set off. I say we make the sacrifice. I say let's hold off on the sacrifice, and time's a-wasting, and demons are busy, you know. Leave your things and go. I must meditate before such an event. And when I'm all meditated out, I'll come and summon the demon to you. I mean, we did establish that cultists are dumb. Commander, a moment of your time. The young crusader cautiously gets to his feet, unable to believe that he is finally free. At last, the day has come when those odious faces will no longer be looming over me. The cultists hid my weapons and armor somewhere. I'll find them and then take my leave of this place forever. They're over there with the rest of the stolen stuff, Woljif says. I made sure they didn't go wonkies in the night. I hoped you'd make it out of this somehow. Thanks for your help. Thanks to your efforts, Woljif. Go. Time is of the essence. If there's a demon hunting you, better to lure him to a trap and strike first. All right then. Farewell and good luck. May Iomedae keep you. I'm gonna take their mundane stuff.
There's something over there.
Ooh, something over there. And just like that, the episode for today is over. The narrator's a little tired. You gotta give him some props for, going at it. But thank you for hanging out and watching Pathfinders Wrath of the Righteous. Hopefully you guys had fun. So if you did, do the thing. Like, comment, subscribe, share it. The link for the previous episodes and next episodes should be in the descriptions, unless they are not out yet. If you want them early, you could always beg for them in the comments maybe. Tell me your favorite part of each episode. Let me know you guys are enjoying it. And with that, I will let you guys get back to your day, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for hanging out.